Hello, everyone. This is Isabel. I'm in Barcelona, and welcome to my HotShot series Mobile World Congress 2022. Today, I'm joined by Dave Stehlin, is CEO of the TIA. Dave, welcome to my HotShot in sunny Barcelona.
It's wonderful. Good to be here, Isabel.
So maybe you can start us off by explaining a bit what the TIA is all about.
Sure. So TIA, the Telecommunications Industry Association, has been around for decades, and we create standards, both technical as well as process standards, and we advocate for our industry with governments around the world. And we have over 400 members and participants, large companies like Nokia and Ericsson and Samsung and Cisco and Apple and Corning and on and on and on that get involved to help us create these standards that make our industry better and more trusted.
And I'm going to continue on what you just said, more trusted. I truly believe that the next decade will be led by security and trust. That will be the next hot topic for the next decade at least. So what do you think is so important nowadays for companies to become more secure and more trusted?
Yeah, absolutely. It is going to be the biggest issue for sure. Networks are connected more than ever before. Globally connected, IoT devices, more open source software. So trust is more and more important. In many ways, people will view communications and telecommunications and the whole ICT industry as being one that we are using every single day, as we all know, and we've experienced that significantly over the past couple of years. So we have to build trust into the networks. It can't be assumed. It can't be self-attested. It has to be verified. So TIA with its members spends a lot of time focusing on how do we improve trust. And it's trust not only in the products and the solutions and the networks, but trust that the consumers and the enterprises see and feel.
Okay. I believe many things, but another thing that I believe is that whoever masters the ecosystem business model will lead the next decade as well. Not just security and trust, but also security and trust within the ecosystem. And that is quite complex.
Yes.
So, what complexity will people face when they want to build trusted ecosystems?
Yeah, because networks are becoming more and more software oriented and off the shelf hardware, which is such a dramatic change from 20 or 30 years ago, that allows more and more application. It allows more and more individuals and small groups to create the software that goes into the networks, which creates great opportunity, but it also adds risk. So we've got to continue to remove risk from the networks. Technology always leads security. That's the way it is. So security has to continually improve to try to keep up with technology.
And you've talked about the TIA a little bit already, but what is your role to empower this security and trust within the industry in general?
Sure. So we have an organization, a community within TIA called Quest Forum. It was started in the late 1990s by service providers globally and equipment providers globally to improve the quality of the networks. It was initially built on ISO 9000, but we created TL 9000, which is the industry's quality management system, specific for the ICT industry. And so what we do is find ways to verify that you're meeting a certain quality standard. We then benchmark that data so the suppliers and the service providers can find ways to better improve their networks and provide a higher quality network. Now, the beauty of that is that continuous improvement. So if you're a network operator, you can use that to compare vendor A versus vendor B, who has better scores. And that can be a factor as you're making a decision for purchasing. If you're a vendor, you can differentiate yourself by having a better score and continuously improving and using that to win new business.
Okay. So, Dave, I think you just came out with an exciting new security standard. Tell us more about that.
Absolutely. So it's called SCS 9001, Supply Chain Security 9001. It's a process standard. It's tied into quality. As I mentioned, security is a subset of quality, and that's really important that we build in security rather than bolt on security into the products. So TIA is technology agnostic. We want all technologies to succeed, but we also want all technologies to be trusted. So we have worked up a standard with our members and our participants over the last 2 years, just released it about a month ago. It's a verifiable standard. So it uses third-party certification bodies to go out and analyze the performance of the product at an individual company. And remember, 2/3 or so of Quest Forum members and participants are international outside the United States. So this is clearly a global standard. And it helps, through control measures, verify the performance of the product. Where does that software come from? Where does the hardware come from? Can you assure us that it is not counterfeit or pirated software or hardware? And then the company itself, is it trusted? Can you demonstrate trust? All that data then gets put together and gets put into a benchmarking software scheme that we have that allows the industry to see the performance of a product. So as I've been mentioning, security has to continually catch up to technology. It's a major issue, but if we build in security into the products and into the solutions, we will build trusted networks.
Okay, I think that's a super exciting project. Congratulations. And what you said about global is important. Everyone has to be involved, not just one region, everyone, because everything's global now. And if we want global ecosystem to succeed and be trusted, everyone has to play their role.
Absolutely, and that's a focus of ours. This is a standard built by companies around the world. It's a continually improving standard, and we welcome all to come in and join us.
I think this is really exciting. I truly believe what you're doing is super important. So everyone out there, if you want to join the TIA as a participant in the workforce or the work group to make security happen in the next decade, please join, reach out to them, go to their website, www.tiaonline.org. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And be part of the future. It's super important that you play your role as well. So thank you so much, Dave. It was a great interview. It's all happening around us. And this year, Mobile World Congress is really almost back to what it was before. Do you have a good week?
Yeah, very good week. And it's great to see you, Isabel.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Take care.
Everyone, thank you for watching. And until my next Hot Shot.